All right, Browns Nation, are you feeling the heat? Because I am, and I've got something fiery for you today. We're diving straight into what could be one of the most electric quarterback battles Cleveland's seen in years. And leading the charge, none other than SHEDEUR Sanders. Yeah, that's right, he's landed in Berea with a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. And I'm telling you, the vibe around this guy is different. If you're a die-hard Browns fan like me, now's the time to lock in. Because what's happening right now could reshape the future of this franchise. So buckle up. We're breaking down everything, and I mean everything, you need to know about the fight for QB1. And hey, real quick, if you're loving this kind of coverage, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you never miss a second of this Browns journey. Drop a comment too. Do you think SHEDEUR will be the starting quarterback in 2025? Let's get into it. We've been through it all, haven't we? Since coming back into the league in 1999, we've cycled through 40, yes, 40 quarterbacks, trying to find the one. And now there's a light at the end of that tunnel, and it's glowing brighter than it ever has. That light, it's wearing number 12 and goes by the name SHEDEUR Sanders. Drafted in the 5th round of the 2025 NFL Draft, SHEDEUR is already making serious noise in training camp. And I get it. 5th round sounds late for a guy making this much buzz. But hold on, because this kid isn't just some name on a jersey. He's Deion Sanders' son. Yeah, Coach Prime's bloodline. He brings the legacy, the charisma, and the swagger that we haven't seen in a Cleveland quarterback in ages. Now, before I dig into the QB battle itself, let me just tell you what makes SHEDEUR different. At Colorado, this guy dominated. Over 2 seasons, he put up a staggering 7,164 passing yards, 64 touchdowns, and only 13 interceptions. In 2024 alone, he threw for over 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, and had a 74% completion rate. That's not just impressive, that's elite. And when the pressure hit, he delivered. PFF graded him at a ridiculous 92.3 in 2-minute drills against top competition. That's clutch. That's who you want with the game on the line. But it's not just the stats, it's the vibe. He's got that it factor. That energy that makes his teammates believe. Browns corner Greg Newsome said it himself. He's got that special vibe. And fans, we're already fired up. But of course, there's the big question everyone's asking. How did a quarterback this good slide to the 5th round? Look, it shocked the league. Most draft experts had him pegged as a top 10 guy. But for whatever reason, call it the flash, the media buzz, or maybe some underwhelming pre-draft interviews, teams passed. And the Browns, credit to Andrew Berry, made a smart move, traded up with Seattle, and grabbed what could be the biggest steal of the draft. It was like scoring a brand new iPhone on Black Friday. Except the iPhone throws lasers and reads defenses. SHEDEUR didn't complain either. He embraced the moment. He said, "I'm grateful for the opportunity. Things could have gone worse. I'm here. I'm smiling. I'm ready. That's the mindset I want in my quarterback." Now let's talk about the main event, the QB war in Berea. This isn't a one-man show. It's SHEDEUR versus Joe Flacco, Super Bowl MVP and grizzled vet. Then there's Kenny Pickett, this first-rounder from Pittsburgh, and Dillon Gabriel, the 3rd-round pick with mobility and smarts. But SHEDEUR, he's the wild card with sky-high upside. This is a full-on quarterback Royal Rumble, and I've got a front-row seat. And I'll be honest, SHEDEUR's already turning heads. At rookie minicamp, the guy unleashed an 81.5-yard bomb that lit up the internet. Meanwhile, Gabriel, who was drafted 2 rounds earlier, had some shaky throws that raised a few eyebrows. Don't get me wrong, Gabriel's got talent. But SHEDEUR, he stayed after practice, grinding for 20 extra minutes with his receivers. That's leadership. That's hunger. And when he talks to the media, you can feel the fire. He said, I know the history here. The fans want something real, and I'm here to change that. Man, I felt that. He's not here to just play. He's here to build something, to flip the script. Let's talk personality for a second because it's got people talking. After signing his 4-year, $4.6 million rookie deal, SHEDEUR rolled into Cleveland in a custom bronze and olive Rolls-Royce Ghost, a ride worth over $500,000. His brother Dion Jr. posted the video, and the internet went nuts. Some folks weren't feeling it, said he was doing too much before earning the job. But you know what? This guy's a brand. In college, he pulled in over $6.5 million in NIL endorsements, Gatorade, Nike, Beats by Dre, Mercedes. And guess what? He's still locked in. He said, "It's not my job to prove people wrong. I prove myself right. That's championship mentality." He even chose jersey number 12 as a tribute to Tom Brady, a guy he's personally connected with. Not number 2, which comes with some Cleveland baggage. He's not trying to relive history. He's here to rewrite it. But we gotta be real. This QB1 race is heating up. Coach Kevin Stefanski made it clear. Reps won't be handed out. They'll be earned. Every snap, every throw. SHEDEUR's up for the challenge, and if he keeps showing that poise, accuracy, and leadership, we just might see him under center come week 1. So what do you think? Is this SHEDEUR's moment? Is he about to take over and become the face of this franchise, or is there still more to prove before he earns that top spot? Let me know down in the comments. Smash that. Like if you're hyped for this new era. Share this video with every Browns fan you know, because something special is brewing in Cleveland. Now, before I wrap, I've got one more heavy update for the dog pound. And this one hurts. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, the heart of our linebacker core, is officially out for the entire 2025 season. So take a breath. This isn't easy news to take. He went down with a serious neck injury late last season, and now we've gotten confirmation that he won't suit up at all this year. And the question that's haunting all of us right now, is this a temporary setback, or is this something even more serious? Could we be looking at a career-threatening situation? If you've been riding with this team like I have, through the heartbreak, the rebuilds, the 3-14 seasons, and Nikes, you know what kind of hit this is. Losing jock. It's like getting blindsided by a 300-pound lineman with your ribs exposed. Brutal. But let's not forget who Jeremiah is. Drafted in the 2nd round out of Notre Dame, he came in as a Butkus Award winner, a straight-up missile, on the field. In just 4 seasons, he racked up 308 tackles, 8 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 3 picks, and 17 passes defended. Dude was everywhere, laying the wood, locking down running backs, sparking energy every time he made a hit. So let me walk you through it. End of October 2024, we're up against the Ravens. Jay dives in for a tackle. Angle's bad, real bad. And the hit? It's brutal. Head and shoulder first. You could feel it through the screen. Silence falls. Then comes the stretcher. Panic. I remember sitting there stunned. He was rushed to the hospital, and the early reports gave us a little hope. Said he had movement in his limbs. And I was so thankful to hear that. But deep down, I knew this wasn't just another injury. And sadly, since that night, the news just kept getting worse. First, we heard he was put on IR. Then came the whispers. He's not coming back this year. And now it's official. He's out for the entire 2025 season. And here's the part that hits the hardest. We don't even know if he'll ever play again. Just let that settle for a second. A career-threatening injury. It's devastating. But before we talk about what it means for the defense, let's get one thing straight. Jay's health comes before football. We all want to see him flying around the field, lighting up running backs, firing up the team. But more than that, we want to see him walk, breathe, and live his life to the fullest. So flood the comments with love, with prayers, with memories. He's not just a player. He's one of us. Now, let's talk about the fallout. Because losing Jay isn't just losing a linebacker. It's losing the heart of the defense. A guy who didn't just play fast, he was fast. He flew from sideline to sideline like a missile. He stuffed runs, covered tight ends, disguised blitzes, brought chaos to offenses, and fire to the huddle. The guy was a walking highlight reel and a locker room leader. And now we've got a hole the size of Cleveland in the middle of that defense. Look, we already took some serious damage in 2024. Garrett's foot, Dewan's injuries. And now, without 28 out there, we're staring at a complete identity shift. Coach Stefanski and DC Jim Schwartz. Yeah, they've got work to do. We've got to adapt, reshape, and forge a new defensive personality without our tone setter on the field. But Browns Nation, we've never folded. We've been through storms. This is just another. So while Jay heals, we rally. We come together. We tighten the ranks and fight on. This season isn't cancelled. It's redefined. Drop a W in the comments if you're still riding with the orange and brown. Now I gotta ask, who steps up? Who fills those cleats? It's not just about replacing production. It's about replacing presence. The front office made a move in the 2025 draft. Second-round pick, Carson Schwessinger out of UCLA. Young kid, big upside, leadership instincts. But can he carry the torch Jay left behind? That's what training camp's about. That's what preseason's for. In the meantime, we need vets to rise. Jordan Hicks brings experience, no doubt, but he doesn't have Jay's raw explosiveness. Devin Bush? He's got flashes of talent, but now we need consistency. Every down, every snap. So I'm asking you, who do you trust to step into that role? Hit the comments with your pick. And that draft move? That wasn't just about talent. It was a message, a statement. The front office knew what Jay's injury meant, and they responded. Could we have gone wide receiver? Sure. Could we have jumped into that QB firestorm with SHEDEUR, Gabriel, Flacco, and Pickett? Definitely. But this team chose to double down on defense. That's Cleveland football. Grit, grind, defense-first identity. Let's rewind a bit. 2024. That season was rough. We went 3-14, injuries everywhere. Offense couldn't find a rhythm. After going 11-6 in 2023, we thought we were headed to the playoffs again. Instead, it all came crashing down. But 2025, this is the bounce-back year. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. We're opening up against the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Steelers. That's a gauntlet. But the dog pound doesn't back down from anyone. We've still got leaders. Myles Garrett is still a beast, even if that foot might need surgery. Denzel Ward and Grant Delpit need to step up in the secondary. With Jay gone, there's no margin for error over the middle. And don't sleep on that quarterback battle. We've got a rookie with upside, Dylan Gabriel with football smarts, Joe Flacco bringing playoff poise, and Kenny Pickett hungry with something to prove. So I want to know, who's your QB1? Let's hear it. Give me your reasoning in the comments. Now let me speak from the heart for a second. Being a Browns fan isn't easy, never has been. We've seen it all. Trades, injuries, heartbreaks, rebuild after rebuild. But what keeps us together? It's not just loyalty. It's family. The Dog Pound is built on love, on support, on never giving up. And right now, our brother Jay needs us more than ever. So let's show him what Cleveland pride looks like. Drop your favorite jock memory. Use the hashtag #YourDogGetWellJK. Let's make it trend. Let's make sure he feels our support from wherever he's recovering. We're standing strong. We're not backing down. 2025 might look different, but it's still our year. Let's bark louder than ever. Let's fill up Huntington Bank Stadium with noise. Let's remind the league what Cleveland versus the world really means. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, share this with every Browns fan you know, and let's ride together. Through the pain, through the grind, through the storm. We're not done yet. Cleveland still bites back.